Yo, can somebody tell me what this is? I have no idea. Apparently it's art. Yo, what's up guys? It's Carl, aka Carl Drum Tech. I'm here right now in Beverly Hills, California. If you guys are here for the first time, check out the rest of this video to make sure you like my shit, because if you do, make sure you guys subscribe. If you're here for the first time, since subscribing to me for the first time since my last video, thank you guys so much. Hopefully I won't let you down. I'll put out more content like this, stuff that you like. So if you want to see something specific, make sure you hit the comments and let me know what kind of topics you guys want to hear me talk about, and then we can go over those as well. If you guys don't know me very well, you know, I'm just a guy here in Beverly Hills, California, or I live in Los Angeles. I do videos like these where it's, you know, marching percussion based, you know, with a kind of like a real world flavor to it. So that's kind of like what I'm trying to do. Anyways, so what I want to talk about today is probably it's a hot topic in the marching percussion activity since the end of WGI finals, which is the show of Ayala High School. Now, I did get a chance to see their show, and it is absolutely incredible. Now, I mean, I could probably say that all the time about every show, but no, it was truly incredible because it was so different. It was so unique. It wasn't like anything really that we've ever seen before, and it really tried to break the mold of what indoor marching percussion shows are all about, right? So, I mean, you know, first of all, let's talk about just their use of silence. There's so much use of silence. I mean, if you were to say, hey, let's have a lot of silence in our shows, you're gonna be thinking, oh my gosh, like that's gonna be so boring, or, you know, it's like, it's not what is expected of us to be doing the activity. But they did it, and they did it so effectively, and it created such an awesome feel to the show, and it just made you like, it was kind of like awkward, but at the same time it was like, wow, it created so much effect, because first of all, we've never seen anything like that, right? There was a lot of battery, right? They just featured mostly the battery in the beginning. That was incredible. And then just the fact that, you know, there wasn't really a narrative to the show, right? It wasn't like a very clear-cut you know, show concept, other than, you know, maybe they were kind of like talking about breaking the mold, or like going against the normal conventions of marching percussion shows, which is awesome, right? Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people who can hate on this, but at the same time, you know, I really applaud Ayala High School for doing something so different. We're trying to break out of the mold. We're trying to do something that has really not been done before, right? So it just forces the activity to grow, forces the activity to look at itself and see what we can do better, what we can do differently, so that the activity itself can grow even more. Because right now, let's face it, the activity right now is just kind of static. It's just staying where it is. It's not really growing, right? And it's because we're just doing the same shit over and over again. It takes a group like Ayala, it takes a visionary like Ike Jackson to think, let's do something different. And then that forces the conversation where people go, maybe we should be trying something different. Maybe we should be trying to go outside the norms. Maybe we should be like visionaries and be actual artists. Ike was trying to say something. He was trying to convey a message, and I believe he was successful in doing that. A lot of people hated it, I'm sure, but some people also loved it as well. The point is, if you have something to say, if you are an artist, be an artist. Say what you want to say. Don't just like, you know, go follow the narrative of what everybody should be doing so you can get a good score. Rather, you should actually express yourself in your own unique way. It's no accident I'm behind this, whatever the fuck it is, all right? I don't know what it is, right? But it's an artist who had a vision, who has a message that he wanted to portray, and then he made it. Some people understand it, some people don't. But he was trying to convey a message, he was expressing himself, he or she, right? And then they created this, all right? So, you know, and that's really what art should be, right? So be an artist. One of my favorite authors, Simon Sinek, said something like, you know, musicians right now these days are not artists, because guess what? We're playing the same music, we're trying to play it exactly as written, same dynamics, try to play like everybody else, don't stick out, right? Unless you're a soloist, things of that nature, which is very similar to school, right? It's like we go to school, it's like we gotta study the same stuff, we gotta try to get A's, we gotta try to make sure that we fall in line, we want to make sure we don't stick out too much from the crowd. That is what school teaches us, right? And it's like, it doesn't teach us to be artists. In order to be a visionary, in order to be an artist, in order to be somebody that sticks out, in order to be like these entrepreneurs in the world who create these awesome companies, or just like these artists like in the music field. You know, Simon Sinek gave the example of Gustav Dudamel, who is the conductor of the LA Phil, or even Yo-Yo Ma, who is this legendary, you know, violinist, right? Cellist, sorry. These guys are artists because they break the mold, they do something different, right? Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't follow directions, or that you shouldn't follow the music, or that you shouldn't play exactly what's written. That's not what I'm saying at all, right? I mean, It's very good to be like that. And if you want to break out and learn how to lead and, you know, be a visionary and do something different, you have to learn how to fit into something before you can break out of it. Does that make sense? All right, so it's definitely not a bad thing, but we should also explore the possibility of doing our own thing, being an artist, having artistic expression, a unique creativity to ourselves that we want to put out there and let the world see it. All right, so share your artistry, share your vision. Don't just always try to fit into the mold. Try to explore where you can break out of it, and that includes when you're playing your music. If there's an opportunity to express yourself uniquely as an individual, take full advantage of that. There's so many times when I was teaching drum lines where I told the kids, yo, express yourself individually, and they just can't. They just don't know how, right? It's just so hard. School teaches us, like I said, to be a certain way, or even just like play the music a certain way every single time. It's so hard for people to break out of that mold. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you have that opportunity, make sure you take full advantage of it, express yourself, and then see where else you could express yourself throughout your life in this society to make a difference, to make an impact. All right, cool. All right, that's all I want to talk about today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys made it this far, wow, thank you guys so much. Hit that like button, do me a favor, all right? Chances are you really like this video if you made it this far, so please do me a favor and hit that like button. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hey, what's up? Let's do a quick lesson. All right, so one thing about Ayala High School I was impressed with is that those guys can play, including their tom players. I was watching their tom players and they were doing like flam accents into inverts. I'm like, what the fuck? So they were doing that, right? So let me show you exactly what they were doing, and if you want to learn it too, I'm gonna show you real quick how to do it, all right? So what they were doing was basically this: 4 counts of flam accents. Okay, and then they were doing inverts. So like it's the same counts of triplets, right? Which is 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, right? 3, 6, 9, 12. And then grouping it in 2, right? So each 2 is an invert. Okay, so all together. Yeah, their tom players were doing that. Yes, they're tom players. Okay, anyway, so in order to do your inverts, just make sure that you're loose and you whip. You kind of do like a molar technique and whip after the tap to get it in fast, right? So what's happening here is like you have invert. So you see how you left hand on the left hand? Well, that next note is an accent on the same hand. So in order to get it up quickly, you have to kind of just whip it quick, right? So it does you no good to be super tight and hold on to the sticks. Okay, you gotta be loose and you gotta whip. Okay, so anyways, there it is. Boom.